Bang, bang, bang. The gunshots sounded close by as I entered the school. It was the first day of school, and groups of teenagers must have been sizing each other up. As an African-American boy branded with gang tattoos and an attitude, I was used to being judged, and yeah, I judged others too. I headed upstairs, found my homeroom, and took a seat near the back. Some guys were throwing insults at each other, while the drug addicts stared into space. Suddenly, a small woman walked in. Unaffected by the tension in the air, she strode purposefully and fearlessly to the front of the classroom. We didn't know when we first met Ms. Gruel that she would become a life-changing mentor to all of us. Before Ms. Gruel became our teacher, we were just kids trapped in racial battles and gang fights. With the voluntary integration program, the school became a battle zone. Textbooks collected dust in our lockers. Homework was tossed aside. We were far more concerned about surviving than acing tests on Shakespeare or the Pythagorean theorem. It was survival of the fittest. Ms. Gruel brought a light breeze to the absolute chaos, showing us something we didn't even know we carried within us, a curiosity for learning and the ability to empathize. She invited survivors from the Holocaust to the class and introduced Anne Frank's story, making us read it so we could understand that race should not be grounds for being rivals. She also assigned us the task of keeping journals to explore our feelings, which made us reflect, think, and translate our thoughts into words. She made us realize that since we had all suffered trauma, we should have understanding and empathy for one another. Through her guidance, we came to learn that the sympathetic pen is mightier than the violent sword. She released us from our chains of hatred and led us to see our shared humanity. Others used to view us as aggressive students. However, thanks to Ms. Gruel, we grew in ways we hadn't imagined before. We, once good-for-nothing troublemakers, blossomed into thinkers, dreamers, and writers. We started thinking about our feelings, daring to dream, and building bridges between ourselves. When I now read my journal from Ms. Gruel's class, I see the progress I've made, the prejudices I've overcome, and all the new roads that appeared in front of me. Without Ms. Gruel's help, we could never have changed and might have ended up in prison. Without Ms. Gruel's support, we could never have found our voices, our real selves, and our futures in the reflective silence of pen on paper.